Hi everyone, welcome back to David at Go To Hobbies. We are going to have a chat about ETs, and this video is in the playlist of ufology and paranormal. Right, in my last video, we talked about what is ET's day like, and what is ET's schedule like. Do they have a schedule? What do they do in a day? So in the last video, I talked about phase 1 and phase 2 and phase 3. In phase 3, do they liaise with a ship? Do they communicate with the planet? Do they find out what the planet needs? How do they attend and help the planet to grow and nurture its energies? Do they move stuff around? Do they do stuff with their ships? In other words, combining the ships to give the planet energy? Or do they go to the sun, what we class as the star, and harvest that energy, bring it to the planet, and use that as the planet as its life force? So in return, the planet is able to sustain extraterrestrial life on it. We don't know. Is all these questions, we haven't got answers for. Maybe someone has an answer. I don't know. It would be nice to find out what ETs actually do, what we class on a daily basis. So, what do they do in their time period? And do they divide that time period up into phases? Do they call it periods? Do they call it phases? Do they call it... I don't know. If you know something that I don't, please leave a comment below, and I know I will find out, won't I? So, let's surmise that they have different phases of what we class as a day. So, their third phase might be attending to the planet, attending to the ship, because the ship and the planet are both living entities, like ETs, and like the plants. The plants communicate, the animals communicate. They don't eat animals, they don't eat plants. What they do is perhaps they live on the vibrational aspect. They might live off the energy they harvest from the star. Instead of eating things, do they need to drink? So what would they drink? Is it what the plants produce, like we would have fruits? I don't know. Do they live on energy as such, like a plant will produce a purple colour, a plant might produce a green colour, or it might produce a type of fruit, what we class as a fruit, a byproduct for, propagation or multiplication. So that the plant will produce, ETs will either eat it or use it for sustaining their bodies. I don't know. It is an interesting subject. How do ETs sustain themselves? All these questions we don't have the answer to. Maybe someone knows the answers. I don't know. I'm just putting it out there to you people that it's just an idea or just a concept. And what do you think about what I suggest? I think at the end of the day, unless you talk about it, we won't find out. Because I feel that, there's far more intelligent life in the universe than just us. There's ETs flying around, and, there's moon bases, there's ancient cities, there's places on Mars, probably places of Venus and Jupiter, and a few of the asteroids, excuse me for a minute. And yeah, I find it a very fascinating subject. So, going back to E.T.'s daily life. So let's surmise that in phase 3, they would be attending to the planet, attending to themselves, attending to the ship. What do ETs do for entertainment? I did touch on the subject earlier about what they could do, and that is listen to the plants producing frequencies and the animals and the trees producing frequencies. So perhaps phase 4 is communicating between friends, other ET family, and that's the start of phase 4. What about, and what they do in phase 4 is obviously that. So what about phase 5? Do ETs sleep? I know us humans do. We need to sleep, rejuvenate. So when we get up, we're wide awake again and we can do another day. Do ETs have a day? What is an ET day? What we know as a day. What do ETs do? As I said about different phases. Now, what would they do in the last phase? Or don't they do a last phase? So we've covered what they do when they get up, if they go to sleep or not. So what they do in the first phase, second phase, third phase, fourth phase, and now the fifth phase. What would they do the last thing? Would they class it as the least important? The most important? Do they do the most important last? Or do they do the least important first? I don't know. What do you think? How do you think an ET's day would progress? Food for thought, isn't it? If you leave me a comment down below, it'd be interesting to see what you think. So, what do I think an ET would do? Would it read? How does it read? What does it read? Does it interact with the ship to find out what the ship, the living ship, is doing? Is it... So I'm a bit tired, so I'm trying not to yawn my head off. So, is it a period of reflection of their life? Is it a period of growing? So, when I say growing, it can be knowledge, it could be their life, it could be extending their life. Do they extend their life every day? I don't know. Excuse me. Oh dear. But it is interesting to find out what you think about what ET does. Yeah. Leave some comments below. If you hear little noises, I've got a dog yawning its head off, just like me did. The trouble is, you sit in a chair, you're nice and warm, and you're relaxed, and then what happens? You get tired. I've had a cup of coffee, but it's taking little effect, unfortunately. So, hey ho. Anyway, I think I might have to have another one. Anyway, last bit, and that is, sorry, try not to yawn. It's a lovely morning here. The sun's out. I'm going to be getting out. I think this will have to be the last video at the moment, and then we'll start uploading them to YouTube. So, as I say, what do you think ETs do? Let me know in the comments below. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. As always, much appreciated. And yeah, if you didn't, leave me a thumbs down. You know, it is entirely your choice. I won't be offended. It doesn't bother me because you didn't agree with what I said. That is your choice. But you still come here and listen to me talking about it. As I say, you might not agree, but sorry, it's catching me up. And yeah, if you want to see more of me waffling on and talking about UFO stuff and related and various things, hit the subscribe button and then click the little bell that says all, and then you'll be notified of all the upcoming videos and very interesting ones at that. So thanks again. We'll see you in the next video and take care for now. Bye bye.